show no fear, show no fear. Think of me by your side. All is clear, know what we have to do. Show no fear, show no fear.
How you doing, guys? Zedhead here. Just on the Dunoon ferry. We're going to head to Campbelltown today. We're out with the Largs boys. Going to go out for a nice run. The sun is shining, but as you can imagine at this time of year it's a wee bit cold, but got plenty stuff to wrap up with in my bag and whatever, so we're just about to dock on the other side and we're going to go for a little run. Let's sort the camera for you. There you go, that's better. Right. It's always a faff getting everything ready, getting everything together. So we have a CBR 600F, we have a BMW S1000R, and we have a Blackbird as well, along with my bike, which obviously you know is the ZZR 1400, 600. That's because I was talking to Jim about the two of us used to own ZZR 600s. That's actually how I met him, through the bike forum, so it's funny. So like I say, we're heading to Campbelltown, and then from Campbelltown we're going up through Loch Gilphead, Inverary, Rest and Be Thankful, and back down the road. The last few days it's been frosty in the morning, but as the days went on the sun has burnt away the frost. So, oh! Side stand! It's always me that usually does that with the side stand, by the way. I'm glad somebody else has. So I'm hoping that we have some nice scenery and some nice roads. It's always nice to be out with a few other bikes, gives you guys something else to look at. CBR Blackbird's beautiful, isn't it? It's nice. The CBR 600F that Jim's got. And then the Reprobate, which is the S1000R. She's got a shouty exhaust. So that is beautiful, so it is. Quick shift on all that. Oh, that's mint. That's the Gourock ferry. It takes you from Gourock to Dunoon. Listen to that naughty exhaust. Right down. I have a Booster. Kawasaki. Nice. I take it there will be a few bikes out today. I've been trying to soak up the last of the sunshine. Just like I am. I honestly have to thank my wife for giving me the opportunity to go out today. It's like when you've got a family of three, you have to plan these things. You can't just say, by the way, I'm taking money out of the house to pay for fuel, that just because I want a jolly. But she suggested to me that I go, so I enjoy rides like that because I know that I've got a blessing. Because I'm a stubborn bugger, and if she had said no, I'd have went anyway. So we started off at Largs, 10 o'clock in the morning. I would have filmed that, but the battery in the Gopro didn't charge last night. Had it plugged in, don't know what happened. It doesn't really matter, I was carrying spares anyway, so It's all good. It's all good. I changed the disc rotor bolts out on the bike, and when I was putting the front mudguard back on, the left hand, that was the left hand mudguard bolt pulled the threads on the bracket. The bracket's only made of aluminium. I'd say it's about 6 mil thick, 8 mil thick possibly. But anyway, excuse me, I ordered the A2 stainless steel replacement bolts, but I stepped them up to M8, so they're a wee bit beefier. I think what I'll do is I will actually order a couple of the brackets, because if the 6 mil goes, there's nothing to say that the 8 mil at some point won't go as well. You're talking about mixed metals, stainless steel into aluminium. Oh, it's a glorious day. It's fantastic. So we're hoping for a nice spirited run, but most importantly is a nice safe run that everyone returns from back to their loved ones, because that's the most important thing, people. That's what you have to remember. It's nice getting out on the bikes, and it's nice getting the freedom of being out on the bikes. But it's also nice to get back to the comforts of your house and your family, while the bike ticks itself cooling the lock-up. There's no point in leaving it in a ditch, guys. So let's pray to the big gods up there that every one of us keep it shiny side up. A couple of bicyclists. Like a glove. So there's one thing that I'm probably going to talk about today, and this is a considerably long. This is 250, possibly 300 miles that we're going to be doing today. So obviously, with the time of year that it is, being near enough the end of September, well, it is the end of September. It's not near enough, said. What the hell are you talking about? What do you take with you on a journey like this? What do you take? So I have a Risha one-piece rain suit with me. I also have an Isle of Man TT hoodie and an Isle of Man TT paddock jacket, which, if it gets too cold, I can put over my leathers. It just takes the wind chill away. But I tend not to like wearing it, because it kind of makes me feel like the Michelin Man. This will be a first for me. I've never ever been to Campbelltown, so I'm looking forward to it. I do believe that a good section of it is single track roads, so as you can imagine, we'll be riding to our conditions, so it won't be head down, arse up. It will be a wee bit more, let's say, reserved, controlled, measured. That's the word, measured. Now look at this, meandering through, wee road meandering through the Argyle forest. Oh, back when we slowed up there, I've got two pairs of socks on. I actually snatched the back brake. Dear. It's one of the ones, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't actually panic in situations like that. It's kinda weird. You know what's happening. Back end slide. What do? You just take your foot off the back brake, because I already had engaged the front brake as well. So the back brake was just going to, well, it's an emergency stop, isn't it, really? So probably left a little, thank you, just left a little line on the road back there. There's always something to talk about, isn't it? Something to talk about when we all park up. It's like, see, we were at that bridge, and the guy decided to stop. This is spectacular, by the way. Absolutely spectacular. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. Oh man, look at that. There. That's really, really nice. Wow. You're seeing this at the same time as me for the first time, and it's pretty impressive, isn't it? It's not going to be a heavily spirited ride on this road, obviously, but it gives you the chance to soak in what we're experiencing, which is the hills surrounding us. Some of it's getting deforested just now. I'm sure it's a sustainable forest. Oh, it's cool. Oh, this just gets better because it looks as if the valley goes down. Looks like the valley goes down below. Yep, it's just below the height of the. We're really in among it now. Wow. The mountain just took on about another 100 feet. It's the way that the road comes down and it springs up. Just a little piece of trivia. Any hill over a certain height in Scotland, and I will post that height down there, is classed as a Munro. And I will also post how many Munros there are in the whole of Scotland. And then the hills that are slightly smaller than the Munros, and I will also post how many of them there are called Corbetts. So every time a hill walker climbs to the summit of a Munro, it is called bagging. You bag the Munro. And like anything else, the likes of being on a bike, or me hill walking, it's like if you've bagged one, you want to bag them all. Being on a bike, if you've been on one good road, you want to be on another. So yeah, there's an astute club of people who have bagged every Munro. I actually know two people who have. I used to work with them. Tommy, one of them, I actually went to the Isle of Man with in the 2015. Great bloke. And incidentally, he did a few of the Munros in the winter where they needed their crampons and their ice picks, ice axes. So, yeah, the special breed of people. But with scenery like this, why wouldn't you want to be out in it? So we've actually, what I'll do is I'll post a little map of the route that I'm actually on. And I'll explain to you. We have left from Gourock and get the ferry across to Dunoon. Right this minute we're heading to a place called Tarbert, where we will then get on another ferry and head across the water again and then down to Campbelltown. So we're taking in 2 ferries in this little route. Yeah, I think it's a wise option because it allows us to get the journey done. Because it would be quite a big ride to be going up and round the top of the sort of peninsula as it was, and coming down to Campbelltown and then going all the way back up the same way we came. So it makes sense to cut across using the 2 ferries and then go the long way home. So this is a single track road. It has little passing places that look like wee bumps and cute. And it's just etiquette that if a car's parked in it, you thank them for being considerate. It just makes sense, doesn't it?